Please welcome Mr. Richard Hogue.
Wow, thank you. I'm really excited that you guys all came out tonight because I don't know if all of you guys are aware of this, but the people I invited make up more than half of this room. So I'm really impressed. Yeah, I want to thank all of you guys for coming out tonight. And I also want to thank Diane and Chris for doing this for me. They're the ones that got me into comedy and really made this happen for me. So let's hear it again for Chris and Diane. They're great, great. All right, and I see that most of you guys chose to eat here. Hopefully you guys like the food. What do you guys think of the food? Pretty great, friends. I made the wrong decision. I decided to stop at McDonald's on the way in tonight. That is never a good idea. Whenever I go in there, I'm always excited when I first go in, and I'm always looking forward to it until I get in there and look at the menu for illiterate people, strictly pictures and numbers, and realize that they want $8 for a Big Mac meal, which is just outrageous. But at that point, I'm pretty much committed because I'm way too embarrassed to walk out of the restaurant and admit that I'm too poor to be able to eat at McDonald's. So I go ahead and throw down the $8 for the Big Mac meal, and that's when the real shame and regret really starts to sit in, because as soon as you take that first bite of the Big Mac, you know you should just be eating the package because it's made out of the same ingredients. And if you ate the package, it would probably add to the fiber and help that thing get out of there a little faster and help prevent against those golden arches belly that always seems to happen. But yeah, so I throw down the money and I start eating it, and immediately I'm ashamed of myself. And the McDonald's in my neighborhood plays Fox News 24/7, so that really helps me get a little bit more ashamed of myself and my country and everything that we're doing. So by the end of the meal, I'm sneaking out of the restaurant like I'm trying to sneak out of a brothel and make it into my car without anybody noticing. And but I really would like to see McDonald's get into the adult industry. I mean, they threw a lot of money down when children were their main focus into the playland. I'd really like to see them put some money into building an adult playland at McDonald's. And the McDonald's in my neighborhood is right next to a Planned Parenthood, so you throw in a Walmart and a liquor store that sells guns and ammo, and you got a little bit of everything that makes this country great. But then again, who's ever looked at the lady behind the counter at McDonald's and thought, God, I would love to eat a Big Mac off of that giant ass. All right, thank you. It's really, I see what Chris was talking about. It's really, I'm just talking to the front row here, the front two rows, and then the rest of you guys, which sucks because I know you're the people that came to see me, but I can't hear you, so let's get a little louder. Or maybe I need to get a little funnier. So, anyways, anybody have a hard time finding parking tonight? No? Yeah, this place is great. And I don't know if any of you guys know this. Anybody put money into the meter? That's good because tonight parking is free. Parking is free on Sunday. But I never have to pay for parking because I found out about a little secret. If you leave a baby in your car, you will never get towed because the tow truck drivers just do not want to kidnap a baby. And don't get me wrong, I don't have kids of my own that I do this to. I just figured out that it's $20 to $30 to park downtown, but my friends will give me money to watch their kids. You crush up a little Benadryl into the baby bottle, give it a little Tylenol or cough syrup with codeine, kicker, the baby's out for the night, and you're good to go. And if a tow truck or the cops do show up, all you got to do is act like you've been waiting for them to show up and get the baby out of the car. Oh my God, thank God you're here. I went to Comic-Con for the first time in 5 years. What a disappointment that was. I got there and it looked more like a Wiggles or Yo Gabba Gabba concert than Comic-Con. But I apparently went on the official pedophilia day because the entire place was full of nothing but sweaty, greasy dudes with porno stashes, nuts to butts with chicks and electrical tape, and most of them were like 5 to 10 years old. But But I actually heard one of the best comebacks to a pickup line from one of the little girls at Comic Con. Uh, her response to why well, I've been trying to figure out how to write into a joke, but I'll just tell you what she said. It was great. Um, she said, "I'm sorry, but I have a ethical and moral objection to that because it comes from a living organism and it contains protein. So I just refuse to give blowjobs." And I had never heard the vegan comeback for why you don't get blowjobs. I just thought that was great. I if I ever end up in prison, that's definitely going to be my defense. I'm sorry, I'm vegan. I'm just completely against this. All right. I'm glad you guys like all the sex jokes. Okay, so I'm just going to continue with that and tell you about the time that I ended up at the gynecologist. Um, yeah, it was a weird experience for me. It happened when I was in high school. The girl that I was dating at the time convinced me that if I was going to do her, that I had to do this. And for some reason that made sense to me at the time. And so I agreed to go to the gynecologist with her. But once she started to explain to me what I was going to be in for and what was going to happen, I really wanted to put the brakes on because I didn't know if I was ready to see another man do this to the girl that I just started doing this to. But then she explained to me that it was a woman, and I was immediately on board. I was so excited about it that I immediately went to the computer and started doing research on the topic. And let me tell you, I was really interested in seeing how this whole thing played out. That was until we got to the Planned Parenthood and I saw the people in the waiting room. And it was the first time in my life that I realized that there were just some vaginas I never want to see. And that's when I gave up on being an OBGYN. But so we got called, and it was our turn, and we're in the waiting room, and nothing is going like the internet said that it would. But I'm looking at this old gilf, and I'm thinking to myself, with the right lighting, if we take down the, maybe some candles, maybe this could work. And that's the moment that she stopped and looked up right into my eyes, and then looked right into the eyes of my girlfriend, and then back at me and said, "Is your boyfriend well endowed?" And I instantly thought everything I saw on the internet was about to come true. But I was devastated when my girlfriend said yes, and the doctor's response was, "You have a lot of terrage down here. I want to suggest that you guys try rear entry." And I thought that the doctor was trying to convince my girlfriend that we needed to start doing anal. But she was not on board for that. See, I got 2 minutes. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. I also want to thank Chris and Diane for letting me do this. It's like a dream come true for me, and I really want to thank all of you guys for coming out tonight. I'm serious about that. I love all of you. Thank you for coming tonight. It really means a lot to me.
Wow, Richard Hogue!
That was different.